So here we are in STEM building in Brunel University, and with me is Lesley Ann, Senior Recruitment Manager for Brunel. Hi, how are you, Lesley?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. So please tell us that what other facilities does a Brunel student get apart from the academics when they come to Brunel?
Okay, if a student comes to us at Brunel, we like to, work with them. So with me, I have quite a few international students working on my STEM team. Our job is to go into schools and engage with young students to get them to understand that STEM is exciting, It's fun. Yes, it's hard, there's no getting away from that, but it's achievable. And so we go into schools, we have schools into the centre, and we do hands-on workshops, which are fun, engaging, but there's also teaching behind it all to try and get them to come and look at STEM as an option for higher education. With our international students, I have quite a few on my team. By coming and joining STEM, or some of the other things that we have here at Brunel, like the Student Ambassador Scheme, for the girls, there's the Women in Engineering course, which is for all girls who join. They join in their first year, and then they're matched with a mentor from industry. It's a fabulous project, and hundreds and hundreds of girls have gone through. It's been running about 10 years, and we're heavily involved in that as well. So it gives girls from every background the opportunity to really shine. And they do the programme for a year. They then may do a placement with that company, and it also may lead on to a graduate job at the end. So it's really important for our young women to have the opportunity. For my team personally, our international students, it's a completely different culture and a very different climate. So again, we look after them in STEM. They do a great job for us. If they have any problems, I'm always here to help. It could be anything, like finding the right bus to get to Uxbridge or the trains into London. On Wednesday, we've got a training for STEM, but we also have a section which is all about other things that you can get involved in and how we can help them. So we tend to look after our international students, because I feel if you're coming halfway across the world to learn, then we want to make sure you have the best experience.
But apart from just that, as you just mentioned, that every student who is coming to study in the UK and especially in Brunel, because of its ranking and everything, their main target is to get a good job after graduating over here. How do you feel that involving in STEM would be beneficial for them to get a job after graduating?
I think studying a STEM subject gives you an edge. And in this world, you need an edge. And STEM does provide you with that. So if you're doing a degree in engineering or sciences, then you're a different kind of student. And I usually find my students are really hardworking. They see an opportunity and they will take it. You have to be very proactive, because it's not coming to you. You have to go out and find it. And I think the skills we share with students in STEM is by doing the different programs that we do, it builds their confidence, it builds their presentation skills. So by the time they've worked with me for a year, some are with me for 3 years and longer, all their communication skills, social skills, presentation skills, their confidence. I always say to my team, if you can keep year 9 happy in a workshop and keep them all engaged, you can do anything. Because year 9 are the toughest year. Because a bit naughty, they don't want to concentrate. And I always say, if you can keep them engaged, you really can do anything. And we train them to be able to do that. And we give them all the tools they need to be able to stand in front of the class. And we work with some hard schools and some difficult schools, but we mentor them, we make sure they have all the tools that they need, that they can do that. But I think in this world now, you have to have an edge, and you need to be involved in, especially in the STEM subject areas, you need to show that you've been volunteering. We pay our students to work with me, but also any volunteering that you can do in, some of my team volunteer in Air Cadets or Army Cadets, which again shows a different type of discipline. Really anything that you can put on your CV that stands you out from the crowd is really, really important.
And like as you just mentioned now, that what is the way for you to recruit students and work with you? Like if somebody is studying over here, as far as I can understand, if somebody is studying over here and having a STEM program, and they are allowed to and they are eligible to work with you directly, isn't it?
Yeah, what we do is every September, towards the end of September into October, we've just finished our recruitment drive for the moment, and we do another one in March. So then we have a job board here, so students coming from overseas need to go to our job shop to register with them. They have to have all the rights to work checks done, which isn't too big an issue, and then they have a contract, which means they can work on campus. They can come and work with me, they can work with other teams around the university, but it's really good for them to try lots of different things. And on Saturday we had an open day and we needed a lot of students to work. So again, they can apply to go to the open day, to actually work the open day. Graduation's coming up, they can apply to help with graduation. Those are all paid jobs. So they need to be proactive and go and look at what's on the job board. And if there's something they're interested in, apply for the job, and then there's a process that they follow, and if they're selected, then they do that job.